everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We've kind of quietly put together a nice Eden streak here, and I say quietly even though like so many of the runs have blown the doors off. High rate of fire, high damage, Unicorn Stump, Trinity Shield. This seems like a really good start here. LRQ30QZM. Pardon my voice. I'm getting a little bit hoarse, not from pack sickness, hopefully at least, but from just honestly recording way too many videos today because I was at PAX. So I guess indirectly, you win, PAX, alright? You got me a little bit hoarse right now, but after we get warmed up, it should be completely fine. And honestly, I'm very excited to have Trinity Shield, an item that can be sort of transformative, but most of the time just never shows up because it's an Angel Room item, and Angel Rooms don't give items. They exclusively give Eternal Hearts that you can't possibly need. That's half sarcastic, half real, but anyway. We also have Unicorn Stump, one of my favorite items for synergies in the entire game. Very specific set of items that really work well with it, but if we can get one of those items, that's pretty good. Or it's a game winner, basically, by itself. And beyond that, beyond even those two positive things, you know, normally you get one or two positive things with each Eden run to talk about. Sometimes you get 0. Rarely do you get, like, 3. We've got decent HP, but beyond the decent amount of HP, we also have a really good DPS kind of stack going for us here right off the bat. It's quite alarming, actually, how good this run looks right now. I made an executive decision to try to go for that there, and ended up being the right decision. I think we managed to make the dodge actually happen. Getting close to halfway here. I have to wonder if I've hurt one of them a little bit more than the other ones. We can always use Unicorn Stump to not take damage if we want. It doesn't do any damage in the process, though, so it slows down the fight, but it might, in the end, quote-unquote, pay for itself. But, okay, that was very bad, and I really should have used Unicorn Stump there, but as long as we don't completely brick it up towards the end of the game, we should be fine, or towards the end of this floor, I should say. Speedball is not really what I'm looking for there, but we can get to our shop and buy something if we have to. I'd prefer not to have to. You know, use the bomb on the donation machine, try to make that old song and dance happen, but you know what? Take your time. I'm gonna put a bomb here and get this bomb and kill you all in the process. Okay. Satanic Bible. This is where I'm really gonna double down on Unicorn Stump, because Satanic Bible is amazing, and picking that up is gonna be a huge indicator, a huge predictor of our chances for success. But instead, I'm gonna stick with Unicorn Stump, because Unicorn Stump is, in my mind, more interesting. This could end up being a horrible decision. I'm hoping that that's not the case, though. 3 pills. Don't burn me. Bombs are key. That's not so bad. Hematemesis is great here. And explosive diarrhea could be okay. We blew up a mushroom, at least. So it ended up actually being pretty good. We could bomb our way into the shop, but really, what's the point right now? Hoping we fight famine. It would be so good to just pick up an early level cube of meat. I almost slipped in my Grape Lady Falls impression there. Okay. Concussive Tears, that was so close to me freaking out there because it looked kind of like Midas Touch. Unfortunately, this is not Midas Touch, which would pretty much instantly win us the game in hilarious fashion. Rather, it's Concussive Tears, and you know what? Concussive Tears is always welcome. I do hate how it makes enemies a little bit less predictable, but I love how it does a little bit of extra damage. Might as well start seeing if we can amass a little bit more money here from this poop. We could also use a trinket. We don't have a trinket, unfortunately. Hey, there's one. So petrified poop is something that I would be interested in. I know that whenever I get Trinity Shield, there's always a contingent of people that are like, this guy's so dumb. He has Trinity Shield. Why is he dodging? And there's a very good answer to that if you're not just, like, trolling. The answer is, you know, it's practice. Basically, every run that you ever do is practice. Anytime you repeat something, that's practice, etc., etc. We're talking about practice, not a game. Practice. But anyway. So I don't want to fuck up my muscle memory for the next run by just being like, I can stand and get hit, I can stand and get hit like that. I think that's a bad decision long term. Short term, yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't really cost us anything to dodge out of the way, except maybe it makes us a little slower at killing enemies. But for the most part, I think we're pretty much doing things by the book here, which is fine. And so many tinted rocks. We're also up to 10 cents. Let's fight our boss. I would really like this to be famine. I would like it to be famine more than I would like it to contain, like, a deal with the devil with Mom's Knife or Brimstone afterwards. That's how much I'm committed to finally, for the first time in a little while, getting some value out of Unicorn Stump. Like, we've had a lot of Unicorn Stump runs that just have not turned out very strongly for. I mean, they've turned out as wins predominantly, but they're not, like, they're not as fun as they could be, because Unicorn Stump never really got the chance to snowball. So I'm hoping that we get, it doesn't have to be minus touch. 30 touch is fine. Any orbital is fine. Sacrificial Dagger amongst it. In that subset, I guess I should say. Extra damage and range is good too. And we get Gimpy, so it's not immediately anything that helps us on the Unicorn Stump track, but it's something, so thank you. And then in here, we get Pandora's Box and Red Candle, and I'm gonna take neither of them and instead just leave. And the reason I'm gonna take neither of them is that I will not be tempted away from my Unicorn Stump spacebar item. A win with Unicorn Stump is worth a lot to me, okay? Probably should have, there was some rooms I think we could have done that on. I wonder if we did that on a self-sacrifice room, if it would even count. I don't think it would. It would count for, like, getting deals. But anyway, I'm really holding out hope. There's so many items in the rotation that could work for us. Any cube of meat, that's probably our most common. Any orbital that does offensive damage. So you're looking at Sacrificial Dagger. I don't really want that. You're looking at Sacrificial Dagger. You're looking at, well, there's just too many. Like the Attack Flies, sort of. Big Fan, etc., etc. You know what? I'm gonna take Purple Heart. Just because it's weird and I never take it, let's take Purple Heart. We haven't seen it in probably, like, you know, 6 months. Haven't seen it, like, purposely, at least. So we will use our key here. It's Chemical Peel. They continue to give me items that I'm not gonna say no to. They're not, like, insanely overpowered, but they're adding together to make something quite powerful here, especially considering that I've had, you know, 3 relatively decent damage upgrades so far. And I started with good damage as well, so we're in a great position with respect to that. Come on, come on, come on. But it's starting to get to the point where I'm starting to get exhausted, and they're exasperated. Not exhausted, I'm not really tired or anything like that. It's more like, come on, you gave me the Unicorn Stump run. Now just do the other thing. Unicorn Stump is so much rarer than the items that make Unicorn Stump awesome. So just work with me, and we'll have a great time here. I mean, Unicorn Stump is still useful for stuff like this, but, you know, if you're using it only for that, you're getting like 2% of the value out of it. It's really at its best as an offensive weapon that has some defensive value to it as well. I remember, this might be like the... Oh, that's so good. Doesn't help Unicorn Stump, but Infestation 2 is an amazing item. Makes it look like I have a sweet beard poking out from under my mask as well. I remember this is one of the first items I had in Rebirth, and I was like, I don't really get it. It's like Unicorn Stump, but you can't deal any damage. This is back when my brain was not predisposed to look at synergies like it is now that I've been playing so much Rebirth, and I was just like, this item, I don't get it. It sucks. No, it's actually, like, awesome. Please give me, like, BFF in here. Hey! Okay, I will take that over there's options. Why? Because I'm going all in on Unicorn Stump, dog. I'm telling you right now. This is our Unicorn Stump run. I took BFF with no orbitals over there's options because I'm setting the bed for Unicorn Stump, and when it comes over here, I'm, you know, that's when it's my time to strike. I'm gonna be like Neil Patrick Harris's character in Gone Girl. You know, I've been saving myself for this Unicorn Stump run. Making everything special and perfect here. Now, we got 2 bosses. We know we're going to beat them both. That's not even like a contest. And we got a battery, which I'm not going to be able to use for much. But we will be able to use that for something sometimes if we get a good something to go with Unicorn Stump. Old Bandage is fine. And then the Fallen. As far as I'm concerned, the Fallen's great in Unicorn Stump terms because it gives us the chance for an extra chance for Sacrificial Dagger, I guess. If you want to get shithouse drunk and die over the course of this episode, just take a drink every time I say Unicorn Stump. By the way, I don't encourage you to do that. In fact, I would discourage you from doing that. Know your limits, stay within it. We can only take 2 of these, so I think that we take definitely Ceremonial Robes and definitely Lord of the Pit. Sorry, Ghost Baby. We do have Demon Baby, so we're kind of like... I mean, we have an It's not really an orbital because it doesn't do contact damage, but now at least we do have something, especially with BFF. We could turn on Unicorn Stump, that's a drink, at the start of every run, or at the start of every room, and then let Demon Baby do what it does. But it's not going to do that much damage, so I don't think that's particularly strong of a strategy for us. And honestly, we're like almost 4 minutes ahead of the curve right now. There's a lot of unexplored stuff. Let's take advantage of that. And we'll probably lose most of that 4-minute edge, but if it gives us a better chance at getting some cool stuff down the road, I think that's not a mistake, sorry. I think it's the opposite of a mistake. A Mr. Take? It doesn't really make any sense. Oh, now people are going to be angry. It was an accident, I promise. Okay. 762 is how our consumables stack up right now. And you know what? That's a pretty good balance as far as I'm concerned. We might get close enough to get theirs options soon. Of course, if we're going to get theirs options, we probably should have done it before we fought the bosses, but I'm not very displeased with the items that we did pick up in the end. Old Bandage is fine and allowed us to take an extra deal with the devil. And then, of course, we still get the Red Heart effect out of it whenever we find a blood bank, which is never, apparently. And then Demon Baby, I mean, it could have been better. But I don't know if the second item from the Fallen... That's an interesting question. That's like Final Jeopardy on the Binding of Isaac Rebirth Jeopardy. If you have there's options and you fight the Fallen, does it drop 2 devil items? And what's interesting is that there's probably a situation I've seen before. Those are 2 situations that don't happen that rarely. There's options maybe, you know, 1 every 8 runs. The Fallen probably like once every 4 or 5 runs. Bombs are key, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to blow up my donation machine to get theirs options. I know, maybe I should, but trying to be a little kinder to the donation machine. We will go back and open this golden chest, though, and we're still like 3 minutes roughly ahead of schedule. That's pretty sweet. Let's open this up. It is Burnt Penny, which I quite enjoy. And we'll place a bomb here and a bomb here. Hoping for some pills. Oh, I mean, obviously hoping for magic mushroom, but some pills wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And what do you think? Second secret room maybe here? We get a troll bomb. Not so bad. Like, I mean, it's the worst, but it's not so bad that I didn't take damage from it, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, we got another Curse of the Labyrinth, so I think boss rush is basically guaranteed here, and I would... How funny would it be if the game put me in a situation where it was like, yes, you can have Midas Touch, of course, but you have to complete boss rush for it. I would be like, I think I would probably try to do it at least, especially if I can get like a Nun's Habit or something here. So, oh, we got a cube of meat. Okay. So I'm not going to fight Mom right away. Like, that's just stupid. We've got so much left on this floor to take advantage of, but we are finally going to get a cube of meat because we're fighting war. That is amazing. And that combined with the spiders that we get from Infestation 2 is probably going to spell GG for this one. I could not fathom too many situations in which we end up losing, especially considering we also have BFF working in our favor already. Like, nothing should be able to stand in our way on this one. And that is an awesome feeling. Well, we also have the chance to hopefully get some teleportation cards or something like that. That I would be surprised if we couldn't, considering we have Burnt Penny. We should have a lot of opportunities to blow up some big sections here. That one was bad. But we got the Emperor card, so we totally could do... we could steal an item from Boss Rush. We could also just take Teleport and do it, like, right now if we wanted to. You know what? I'm going to try to play you. Maybe get growth hormones or something like that. I don't know why I got a southern accent when I said that. I'm going to play you. That's not even meant to be insulting. Might as well do this. Oh, I thought I got in there on the second one. That's okay. That's alright. So we got our second item room down here. I mean, maybe it would give us something to do with teleport, at least, if we just use that to get out of the boss rush, but... why wouldn't we want this? Okay, that's a very good point. At first I was like, well, I should play Demon Judgment first. Like, get that sorted out. I don't know why my brain thought that, but that's okay. Bottle of pills. Full health? Well, that's extraordinarily useful. Well, the thing with using the telepills is that we also... I'll just donate. We don't need the damage so much. The thing with the not telepills, but teleport is that I could also save the Emperor card for later use, so... I'm kind of thinking we should just do that. Because the Emperor card is really, really valuable. Oh, man, this is... I'm so glad we actually managed to make it work for once. I've been trying to swing. We've been having, and we're quote-unquote blessed to have these, to have as many unicorn stump runs as we do, but we've been having so many lately that just never came to fruition. You know, never got to use them properly, or my version of properly at least, never got any familiars or orbitals that really accented them, and here we are living the dream. It is beautiful, and we will go back and pick up that shiny nickel back there for sure. And that's not just a comment that actually fulfilled my Canadian governmental requirement to pay the nickelback tax, which is you have to mention them publicly once per year. And now that I've done that, get your hands off my wife, Mr. Harper. All right, come up here. How the hell we wind up like this? What do we have in here? Well, we have a great opportunity to pick up Dead Cat, that's for sure. Explosive Diarrhea. Emperor card. Might as well take Dead Cat. Like, I don't know who I'm trying to impress by not taking Dead Cat just yet. We got a Tears upgrade as well. This run, you know, it's been kind of a cliche over the course of these videos here, but like the last quote-unquote streak that we were doing. But it's been like really easy. We've had some really, really easy runs, and I'm happy we have. You know, easy runs, easy life, basically. And it's given me kind of like the cheapest 15 streak or whatever this is going to be now I've ever had in my life. That's actually stellar. I'm a huge fan of it. I wish we could make it happen more regularly in the future. I want to dip my balls in it. Well, what do you think? I think we do that. So we got to defeat Mom, and then we can choose to do or teleport out of Boss Rush. I really wish that we had a chance to get Nun's Habit. That would be really nice for us. Or 9-volt. I guess the AAA battery does nothing. Might as well go fight our boss now. And well, I'll use the Emperor card to get out. And the reason I'm going to use the Emperor card to get out is because I just don't care enough to go back for telepills. Like, it's not that much of a draw for me. And we are already done with this mom fight, which is actually ridiculous. So we'll take the Polaroid. There's a Tinted Rock there. The Mind, Kamikaze, Soy Milk. I mean, we have to go with the Mind. Because the Soy Milk is just ridiculous. And Kamikaze, if we could take that and Unicorn Stump together somehow, sure. And then, but we can't, so obviously we're not going to. And then the other option was like Hot Bombs. It's just not good enough. And with the Mind, you know, now we have the Compass, so not having the Emperor card doesn't matter perhaps as much as it used to. Still looking for Small Rock just for shits and giggles, but this is shaping up to be a really fast, really easy run. So I guess, you know, thank you to the game for that. If they could make us become Guppy here, that would be I guess the last thing on our bucket list. We haven't really lucked out on deals with the devil that much. Honestly, the reason we're doing so well is pretty much because of what we started with and then this cube of meat. BFF doesn't hurt, but really, like, the tools that we needed to win this run were pretty much present from the get-go. And an extra thank you to the game for not fucking me over with shit DPS or shit HP right off the bat. Because those could have put a bit of a dent in our chances, but definitely should have saved that Hematemesis, but that's alright. We are going to win anyway, and isn't that the objective on a run like this? That and embrace the absurdity. Well, it wouldn't have worked on this room anyway, but Tears Up is good. Hematemesis we can take. Speed Up is fine. Full health is not necessary. Alright. Let's go see what our boss is doing. Yeah, I'm making some sloppy plays. I'm leaving bombs behind, etc., etc. But you know who else does that? Cobalt. He admitted it to me on the show, he said. And now sometimes I skip if I'm alone, or even sometimes if people are watching me, I skip bombs and keys just because they're not necessary to win the game. And I said, Cobalt, my son, that's okay. It happens to the best of us. Why not, you know? There's no real need to have them. Brother Bobby adds pretty much no value to us here. But there is a double key room, not a dice room though, apparently. 5 chests for 2 keys. Well, on a literal level, we spent a key to get a Spirit Heart, few bombs, full health pill. Not a superb trade. Not too terrible though. Would be better if, well, would have been situationally better if we actually wanted the full health pills, but it's this one. Health up. Every pill has been good for us. This is a wild world we're living in. It's another Hematemesis. Might as well just use it right off the bat. I mean, we could try to swing like some crazy Whore of Babylon stuff, but we don't have Whore of Babylon, and that's just far too much work for the chance of us to have Whore of Babylon in the future is the only thing we're banking on there. It's just not going to happen in all likelihood. Our actual damage is not very stellar. That's the only thing I'll say about this that I'm not thrilled with right now. And also, actually, there's two things. The other one is that when I kill enemies, I'm just noticing this now, but when I kill enemies with my orbitals, they don't spawn spiders. So we only get the spider bonus from enemies that we kill with our tiers, I think. And that's a bit of an well, not anti-synergy, but at least a lack of a synergy that I wish we were not the case. But I guess that just proves that Infestation is a tier effect, not just like an item effect or something. And do this. I'm not going to stop using my orbital to deal damage because really it's the most fun way to take out enemies, you know. They die quickly and easily. Guppy item. Black Candle. That's also really good. No curses means that the mind is always going to be working for us. Another tiers upgrade. Just take it down here. More bombs that I'm going to ignore because Cobalt Streak enabled me by saying that it's okay. Go through here, and really, just prepare for that to be the rest of my commentary. Just go through here, and go through here, and one day we'll be at the end. I gotta, you know, today it's there's like no backlog, basically. This is my first full day back from PAX, and I'm like, I gotta go pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And even though I know this is gonna make people angry, I'm not getting it on PC unless I have to, because I've written my office. Because I am a man and I sit in this office all day, it gets a little funky sometimes. It smells kind of bad. I want to sit on my couch with my wife and my cats and play it and, you know, spend time doing something that I love with the people and the animals that I love, you know? I don't know what to call my pets. They're not really things, but they're not people, but I didn't want to demean them. Anyway, I'm getting too far into that. So I want to get out of here, not like shortly, but soon, because it's like 7:14 p.m. and I'm like, well, does Best Buy close at 8? Is Best Buy even gonna have the game? Last night I checked at fucking Costco for it, because I was like, they might have it. They got everything else. They didn't have it. Oh my god, late goat head, but at least it's gone, I guess. So I gotta. Oh, I used Unicorn Stump when I should not have, apparently. I gotta go see if that's gonna work out and buy. I don't know. An $85 copy of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. We're in like full Australia territory here in Canada. The Canadian dollar is so weak right now that games that cost usually $60 was the price that we were running. Games that cost $60 now cost $75. Our currency has fallen 30% year over year, which is not as bad as it might seem because I do work on YouTube and Twitch, so I get paid in American dollars. But also, when you buy something, like now that the prices in Canada have adjusted up, I'm like, oh, the gravy train is over. Now I can't stop profiting, basically, from my country's weak economy relative to its southern neighbors. But it is, I'll admit, it's great for the local economies. Lots of tourism from Seattle and the surrounding area up to Vancouver right now, because it's Vancouver's a relatively expensive city. But certainly, if you are American, your dollar being worth 30% more than it was a year ago goes a long way. As long as not all prices have been adjusted upwards, but anyway. This is a pretty shit haul, but Guillotine is actually quite good for us. So it's like a shit haul, except for the one item that was actually kind of amazing because we have BFF and Unicorn stuff. It was like a meal being really bad, except the jalapeno poppers were like off the fucking chain. Now, this is not quite as much damage as I expected to have happen here. That's okay. I actually don't mind killing these enemies with my tiers because they should pay out with like several spiders each because they're multi-segmented. They have to die in order for that to happen, though. Yeah, they pay out with like 130 spiders each, which is pretty sweet. And that should be enough to carry us for a couple of rooms if I end up fighting enemies who are annoying, like these ones, actually. This is actually another room. I haven't thought about, like, as much strategy as I should have on this run. But it's another room where I probably should have used my tiers because I'm going to be killing a lot of enemies that are very easy to kill. So why waste my spiders killing them when instead I could be generating spiders from them? But anyway, this run's over. It's gonna be like a fucking 22.5-minute long run or something like that. It's ridiculous, okay? It's just a really, really strong run. And it could be stronger, you know. We missed out on a couple of the items, Turdy Touch and Midas Touch, that could really turn this into the most ridiculous run of all time. Not to mention Nun's Habit would have taken it to the next level as well. But still an absurdly powerful run. And hey, I mean, that's the head start you get from starting with Unicorn Stump and not having to wait too long to get orbitals to work with it. So you makes that synergy happen a little faster. That's a 22:35 or something like that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.